Hey guys, what's going on? It's Qwad here, and today I'm going to be making a pretty different video. I'm going to try a new series out. As you can tell, I'm all dressed up. Today is January 2nd now. It's the morning of. It's pretty late right now, but I want to get this video out real quick for you guys. And I'm dressed up for the Winter Classic because that game's tomorrow. I'm a big St. Louis Blues fan, if you didn't know. And I'm going to be trying to just talk about just sports in general. I feel like this is a series that I could delve into because I know a lot of people are just sports fans in general, but they also like watching and playing Call of Duty but don't necessarily like the sports games while doing that. So I figured this could be something to go for. God. Actually, I don't want to play that game. That was a pretty bad lobby. But anyways, I'm going to be talking some today about the college football playoff that happened yesterday and the Blues Blackhawks Winter Classic game that'll be happening tomorrow. I'll also talk about the Centennial Classic some because that game was amazing. But yeah, to start off the college football playoff, since that was New Year's Eve, those games were honestly disappointing. Honestly, I thought Ohio State would win over Clemson, but I mean, that's just how it turned out. Clemson just ran over Ohio State. Ohio State wasn't ready for it. And then for the other game, Alabama was expected to run over Washington, but honestly, I think Washington put up a lot better of a fight than anyone expected. And I know there's a bunch of NFL games today, but honestly, I haven't been following the NFL that much. I'm also a Panthers fan because I'm from Charlotte, and it just hasn't been that easy following the NFL and getting any enjoyment out of it just because of how much we're struggling. I'm definitely going to watch the playoffs, but I'm not sure how much after that. Come on, get off that head glitch. Not there. Oh, that's a dead body. That looked very alive. Let's call the UAV. Get this guy. I thought I had him. But yeah, so I didn't watch many of the NFL games. I actually watched a little bit of the Harry Potter marathon that was going on. It's been a while since I've seen those movies, so when I was flipping channels looking for stuff earlier, I went on that and then was just pretty much more intrigued than that than the NFL games really. But I did make sure that I watched pretty much the entire Centennial Classic. That game was amazing. Even though the Red Wings didn't get in overtime, that final play to end regulation was insane. But yeah, that's really all of the sports that I've seen within the last couple of days. I mainly just made sure I watched the big games. With the entire college football season, I've been watching most of those, so honestly, I was just really disappointed by the playoff. I was hoping it would be at least one close game out of the two. I didn't expect Washington to be too close to Alabama, but I expected Ohio State versus Clemson to be a lot closer. That game was honestly just disappointing to watch. I guess I'll mention how I got this jersey also. It was pretty crazy. We were shopping around, like basically, I was in St. Louis for Christmas. I mentioned that in a previous video, but in case you didn't know that. And I was looking around for this jersey, a Tarasenko Winter Classic jersey, for so long. That's in my size. All of them that were available at the Blues store and the Cardinals store, because it's at Busch Stadium, so they had the jerseys at both of those fields. But yeah, the jerseys were available at both, but they were only double XLs, and they weren't really any of the big. They were decently a big name like Jaden Schwartz, Jake Allen, Robbie Fabry, but I really wanted a Tarasenko one, since he's just the face of the franchise now. It was crazy. We were just looking around, and randomly after we just basically gave up looking for jerseys, we decided to go to the mall anyways, just to look around. And I saw a store had it in their window, so I just go in, like, you know, just check to see if they had them, and they didn't. Then I asked the clerk there where the jerseys could be, and then he said to check out Macy's. So I thought that was kind of weird because Macy's doesn't really sell sports memorabilia. But I think it was a Lids co-owned operation thing within Macy's. So I go there, and they had a Tarasenko jersey that was a large on the rack, along with a couple other like smaller size jerseys that actually fit me. But then I look up on the fucking mannequin, and it had a Tarasenko medium jersey, which was literally exactly what I wanted. So it just worked out perfectly there. But yeah, honestly, I thought about doing this series a long time ago, because I've always just been into sports. I've actually thought about like being a broadcaster before, but I don't know. I feel like I'd have to be a lot more comfortable for announcing to be able to do that. Be at least an analyst or something, be a statistician, but like sports statistics are the only math that really interests me, but I'm just really good at math, so it's not really a problem. But I just didn't really want to try to do a job where I would be forced to do something that I didn't necessarily like completely. And this spawn trap is ridiculous. But right now I'm an advertising major. I don't know if you guys knew that. I might try to work with some type of team to be a advertiser for them. I think I got wallbang there. I don't know. Yeah, I just really chose a generic major just so that I could like go to the business that I want to work with the most, and just maybe not need to use my major like completely to get a job, because all you really need is a degree in something that's at least somewhat relevant to your job, and then you can find some type of job that interests you. Just don't like get a degree in something like medicine or engineering if you're wanting to like just be a business person or something like that. You got to make sure it's relevant to what you want to do. So it just all depends. I'm hoping more of these videos in the future will be better gameplay. I just can't really control that I'm being spawn trapped this hard right now. It was better to start the game, but now it's just pretty bad. What the hell is that guy doing? Let's go underground here. They probably saw me go here though, and I'll expect it. That guy's trying to chase me. Bruh. The Deagle registration's so bad in this game, honestly. I just use it for how good it looks. I'll try to get another game in. But yeah, I'm going to make another video on the Soul Recruitment Challenge with some of the stuff that I've gotten. Some fails, some streaks, stuff like that. I just felt like doing this video right now since this is really the only day that I can do this. At least having a preview of the game. But yeah, I'll go into depth now of the game in case you aren't familiar with it. It's going to be the St. Louis Blues versus the Chicago Blackhawks, which is a really big rivalry just between the two cities in general. It's going to be played at Busch Stadium, which is where the St. Louis Cardinals play. And they're also really big rivals with the Chicago Cubs, who just won the World Series. So it's both the rivals just stemming from that. The rivalries have been picking up really big recently between the Blues and Blackhawks, so this is a really good timed Winter Classic game. For those of you that aren't familiar with it, in the past it was the game that once a year had outdoor games, but now they've been making it more like 5 or 6 of them. But this is the Blues' first one, which is why I really want to get a jersey. Every year they have the teams get really nice jerseys that are a lot different than the normal jerseys, that are more throwback, because this Blues logo is a little bit different. It's not very different, but there's slight changes, so it's pretty cool to use. But yeah, the Blackhawks have some of the best players in the league, and the Blues just finished in the semifinals of the Stanley Cup Championship, the playoffs last year. So that was pretty good, and we knocked the Blackhawks out in the first round, so it'll really be a big game for this year, and it'll set the tone for the rest of the 2017 year pretty much. So it'll be really cool. It's scheduled for 1 o'clock Eastern time, but depending on the weather it could be changing, so I think it's 7 a.m. Eastern time that'll be announced when it'll be coming. But other than that, I think this will be it for the video. Make sure you check out the games if you're interested. Give me more ideas of what you want me to talk about for this series, and I think I'll see you guys later.